Damn, it's about time.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Turnpike Boyz. Chase, Kel. Facial fool for this shit.
Paper chase don't stop, J. Kel's on play. We come for that guap, so get out our way. Couple shots to rock, couple kills with hay. Chase a pop, block, Kel's getting played. I don't play nice, I don't play fair. We run the city, nigga, you just stay there. We run the city, nigga, you just stay there. Cause this is the last day.
Yo, what up? This is the Turnpike Boyz Internet Album Review Show. I'll be your host for this one. They call me Toast, aka the Wild Card. Shouts out to the homeboys J. Kells, P. Chase, Mr. Face. On this show, we're reviewing albums, talking about albums, hip-hop albums, R&B albums, pop, only if it's hot albums, basing it on lyrics, originality, and production. But ain't nothing safe on this show. So if you get caught slipping, you might get called out for it. Also, we use our own terminology on the show. A terminology that you might not know, but you'll probably get to know. Like and use. Like if your album is dope, ridiculous, crazy, illmatic, life after death type hot, then that means your album is shrimp.
Can I get some shrimp?
Now we don't just give shrimp away on this show. You have to earn some of this shrimp. You might have to throw a few passes out your asses to get some of this shrimp. Like, everything got to be tight on your album. Lyrics, originality, production, even your features. So if you get somebody on your album, you better tell them step their game up, because that's how you get your shrimp.
5 extra shrimp.
Next one, below that, cray. Now, cray is possible. I believe there's a bunch of cray albums out there. But also, the originality got to be tight, the lyrics got to be dope, and the production got to be funky. Maybe your features ain't got to be all that to get a cray. But cray is where it's at. Next one. Kinda whack, kinda ill. Now, kinda whack, kinda ill, that's probably something most of y'all reach. That means like your lyrics is kinda whack, but your production is kinda ill, or your originality was on point. Something has to be kinda whack, kinda ill to get a kinda whack, kinda ill rating. Or if not, you go below that. Corny as shit. Now, corny as shit, nobody wants to reach that. That means your production was probably boring, your lyrics was boring, something was boring on that album that was probably putting people to sleep, and that just got you a corny as shit. The one thing I can say about corny as shit is that it's better than the last rating of all, the worst one of all. Nobody wants to reach this level, and that's Rosh.
He's not one of those guys, a Rasho Nastarovich.
Rosh, listen, let me just tell you one thing about Rasho, and this is all I can say about Rasho. This is all I can say. I want you to listen close.
Rasho
If
Nastarovich.
your rating has a Rasho, then that means you should not be making albums. Point blank, period.
Rasho Nastarovich.
Moving on. This week, we'll be reviewing the homeboy Yelawolf Radioactive album. I know what y'all saying. Oh, Yelawolf, he's been out for a minute. Oh, why are you just reviewing this now? I'm going to tell you something. When I was first approached of doing this album, I was a little skeptical. You know, I was kind of scared. I didn't want to take the time to listen to it. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It was just that I was a little skeptical. That's all I was going to say. Because we all seen what he did in the cypher. We all heard what he did in the cypher. And if you didn't hear about what he did in the cypher, and what's the cypher? I'm talking about the BET cypher. The BET 2011 award cypher. If you ain't see it, here you go.
Put these in the box and I'll send them away. Put them in the grave, lack and pop the trunk. Hey, throw them in the bank check, I dig them a grave. Put a brick inside that's here rocks when I print up a page. Moving keys, I can't relate. Cause I live in a cave. I throw up the A, I'll take them to school, I give them a grade.
Anyway, so I tried to listen to the album. You know, I put on the track, the first track. I didn't like it. I didn't like what I heard. I think the music was going fast. It was just speeding up. It was a whole bunch of nonsense that I was listening to. But I had to give it a fair shot. Because I felt if I'm going to review this album, I had to give it everything. I had to put my all into it whether I liked it or not. So I sat down, I put it on the laptop, I put my headphones in, and I zoned out. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I kind of like what I heard. I mean, it was a total difference. It was a world of difference from what I heard when I first put it on. I mean, I still didn't understand what the fuck he was saying, but some of the beats was on point. Like, I really understood why they called that album Radioactive. Because, I mean, the beats was like going through my body. It was like, it was a world of difference when I put it on the headphones. And even some of his joints, I liked. Like, so he had good lyrics on some joints. Like, joints like, Made in the USA, Animal, Everything I Love. I mean, them joints was hitting. He was really spitting on that. And he was hitting good subjects on songs like Growing Up in the Gutter, Good Girl. A couple of them joints I really felt and I really dug it. But, with all due respect, I still have to give it a kind of whack, kind of ill due to the circumstances. I didn't like it until I put on the headphones. Some of the shit, I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying. But, like I said, I like the beats. I like some of the shit he was saying on the joint. So I had to give him a kind of whack, kind of ill. And that's better than what I thought it was. Like, I mean, than I thought it would be. For the simple fact is, it's not that I'm not saying I don't like Yelawolf. Show. Anyway, so yeah, kind of whack, kind of ill. Yelawolf, Radioactive. I did like some of the beats. I did like what he was saying on some of the joints. Some of the joints I didn't understand what the fuck he was talking about or what the fuck he was saying. Maybe next album you'll slow his shit down. Anyway, again, this is the Turnpike Boyz Internet Album Review Show. This is Toast, a.k.a. the Wild Card, signing off. Join me next week when I'm going to be reviewing the boy Young Jeezy, TM103, that new joint that just dropped. I'm out. Peace.
'Cause this is the last